S25 Ultra, everything is out, but is it a better choice to go with the S25 Ultra or stick with the S24 Ultra? The reason I started this thing at the first place is because this matters the most. This year, with S24 Ultra, Samsung increased the price. And at the time of launch, it was priced at $1,299, which is $100 more than the S23 Ultra. But this time around, things are even more interesting. Samsung is expected to increase the price on S25 Ultra, yes, from $1,299 to either $1,350 or $1,400. It is 100% confirmed Samsung will going to increase the price on S25 Ultra. Now, at the time of launch, Samsung do offer pre-order deals and trade-in deals, which you can avail to get a better deal. But if you are for sharp corners, Samsung is offering S24 Ultra at a discounted price, and you can save a bunch with this deal. You can check from a prior listed in this video. Now, things didn't stop here. S25 Ultra will feature multiple variants, 256 gigs, 512 gigs and 1TB storage option, and I believe 512 gigs and 1TB storage option might feature a 16 gigs of RAM, which automatically increases the price on S25 Ultra. The reason it all happens is because of the new processor of S25 Ultra. Now, the processor difference between the S25 Ultra and S24 Ultra is massive. We already got the numbers of S25 Ultra, and those numbers are massive. It scores 3,148 single-core score and 10,236 multi-core score. That's more than what was previously leaked. Even multi-core scores are more than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I would say way more than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Now, keep in mind, there are a few things we should pay attention to. First, the base 6 cores are clocked at 3.53 GHz, and 2 cores are clocked at 4.47 GHz. But what keeps me thinking, all models that were leaked before came with the 12 gigs of RAM. Although it was leaked before, Samsung will launch a 16 gigs of RAM option in the S25 Ultra, but even this model, which scores more than other, stays the same at 12 gigs, which is okay being a base version. This is an overclocked version of Snapdragon 8 Elite, means made for Galaxy processor. Now, looking at these numbers and even shared before from a different phone, Realme GT7 Pro, the phone was heating up, and I'm a little bit worried about the battery life of S25 Ultra. I was not on S24 Ultra, and now I'm a little bit worried how Samsung would manage the battery life on S25 Ultra. You know, every other company is increasing the battery. OnePlus 13 came with a 6000 mAh battery, but Samsung is sticking with the same 5000 mAh battery and same 45 watt fast charger. This would be extremely difficult for Samsung to give us a better battery life compared to their predecessors. And I already shared the processor situation before. Let's hope Samsung would optimize it in a way to give us a better battery life. At least give us a closer to S24 Ultra or even better. There's a big display difference between the S24 Ultra and S25 Ultra. The most noticeable change is the design, which we'll talk later, because the biggest upgrades we are going to see on S25 Ultra is in the display part. This is the direct comparison between the S24 Ultra and S25 Ultra. There are a few things we need to know. First, S25 Ultra is going to feature a bigger display, 6.9 inches compared to 6.8 inches on S24 Ultra, although the actual size is just 6.86 inches. Second is the middle frame and the bezel size of S25 Ultra. There's a big gap between these two phones. There's a little to no middle frame on S25 Ultra compared to thick middle frame on S24 Ultra. Now, one must say, why it matters? Well, it does matter because S24 Ultra is less wider compared to the S24 Ultra, which makes it easier to hold. Both middle frame and bezel size plays a major role of reducing the wider profile. S24 Ultra and S25 Ultra looks different because the design is different. It's rounded on S25 Ultra compared to squared shape on S24 Ultra. There are some key points I want to share with you. It's true, Samsung is making a rounded phone, but it is not as rounded as other flagship phones and even different from the base model S24 or S24 Plus. Samsung barely removed the sharp corners on S25 Ultra, and you can clearly see the difference between the S25 Plus and S25 Ultra screen protectors. The sides are also going on a flatter side compared to slightly curved on the S24 Ultra. And one major change in the design is the back cameras. It is now confirmed Samsung would go with the Z Fold 6 camera design and not like the S24 Ultra. Some people like this design and some people don't, but keep in mind, it will not look exactly same as Z Fold 6. maybe Samsung would give a slightly better camera design, but the overall look would be similar. This camera design is also confirmed from a hands-on of S25 Ultra. Now, I talked a lot about the display and design, but there's a bad news. Samsung is always ahead in display technology, where in S24 Ultra, Samsung used M13 panels, and later this year, Google and Apple both uses the new M14 panels. And now a recent report claims a major letdown for the S25 Ultra. According to ET News from South Korea, Samsung will going to equip S25 Ultra with the M13 panels, and they also mentioned the part suppliers along with it, which seems like this is true. Now, the reason behind using an old technology is to control the cost of the end product. Have you guys heard a cost-cutting strategy from Samsung? Every year, Samsung did this with the SEs, and this year is no different. Now, as for the cost goes, it is already confirmed Samsung will going to increase the price on S25 series due to higher cost of a processor and more. Although ICE have different thoughts on this. According to him, as far as I know, Galaxy S25 Ultra has obviously improved in brightness, viewing angles, screen color accuracy, and many other aspects, and it looks much better to a naked eye. So I believe S25 Ultra to adapt M14 new material. Now, he's guessing on behalf of a real-world usage. Maybe Samsung optimized the same M13 for better colors and all, although he claims M14 is coming, which is completely opposite of ET News claims. And as ICE claims it's brighter, that means we are going to see a 3000 nits of peak brightness. Now, we don't know which one is right, but we hope ET News should be wrong. Apart from design and display, are we going to see any camera update in the S25 Ultra over S24 Ultra? Speaking of the cameras, do you guys know what we are going to see under the hood? Well, we are going to see a 200 megapixel main sensor. Yes, it has the same resolution, but it has an updated sensor. The biggest change in the cameras would be 50 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Apart from this, 50 megapixel 5x telephoto sensor and 10 megapixel 3x telephoto sensor will remain the same. Some of you guys are excited about seeing a change in 3x 10 megapixel, but it's not gonna happen this year. These are just numbers, but there are a bunch of sources, including my internal source, confirmed that Samsung is improving the picture and video performance of S25 Ultra. I believe, and you guys would agree, 200 megapixel is more than enough. Samsung just need to optimize these cameras for best photos and videos, and they are finally focusing on the core, which is optimization, instead of throwing big camera numbers. Now, these are new camera changes, but Samsung is also going to launch a special edition model of the S25 with the big changes. Now, the surprise came when we spotted the special edition model of S25 with a model number SMS937U. This is the same model we were expecting as the Galaxy S25 Slim version. It was leaked Apple might launch an iPhone 17 Slim. This is the same story with the S25 Slim. But the surprise is not the Slim version is coming, but according to White Universe, exclusive. The Galaxy S25 Slim is equipped with an ultra camera. That means 200 megapixel main sensor with such a slimmer profile. And even if he claimed ultra camera, that means 4 cameras on the back, 200 megapixel, 50 megapixel ultra wide, 50 megapixel 5x, and a 10 megapixel 3x. That is insane. Now, the reason I'm calling this insane is because some sources suggest it would be S25 FE replacement. But if these things are coming, how would Samsung market the phone? Putting ultra cameras means there is no chance this phone will be cheaper. There's little to no chance we can see such a lower price on such a feature-packed phone, because even S25 series are struggling with the price. Remember, if you like S24 Ultra boxier design, you can get big deals right now, which you can check from a prior listed in this video. On this note, if you find value from this video, then give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.